of the Lord. My wife and I, we have 2 children, and they're adults now. But when we brought the first one home 26 years ago, I searched through the blankets. I was very thorough, but there was no set of instructions in the blankets. We actually had to learn on the job of what it means to parent. And when the second one came along 3 years later, different personality, different gift mix, different perspective in life. And we had to learn, again, how do you parent children in such a way that makes you effective at parenting? I want us to understand this as we look at what Paul was instructing the church at Ephesus and how we are being instructed. It was in Psalm 127 where the scripture says, "Don't you see that children are God's best gift?" When you think about the wisdom of God, He gave us children. And the Message Bible translated God's best gifts. Anybody in this room a parent? Raise your hand, parents. Got all those hands. Anybody knows someone who's a parent? Raise your hand. This message is for everybody. You may say, well, this has nothing to do with me. I don't have any kids. Hey, someone's going to look to you for some parental wisdom and guidance. Whether a niece, a nephew, whether someone younger, someone older, you'll be surprised. And they're going to turn to you looking for paternal or maternal advice or input. And you better know what to say, because they're giving you something that's so valuable. They're opening their hearts to you. In this passage of Scripture, Paul is helping us understand that God values relationships. And in serving God, it's not just about us being spiritual and lifting up holy hands and singing wonderful songs, and that's the extent of real spirituality. Paul says, not so. The parental role shall not be dismissed or minimized or devalued in any way. It's extremely important. Let me ask you a question as I outline to you 4 things that I wish my parents knew. And I'm speaking from the perspective of a child. So if I'm a child, what are 4 things I want my parents to know? But let me first ask you this question. In your home, are you a thermostat or a thermometer? You may say, what do you mean by that? Well, in my home, there's a thermostat on the wall. I can walk over to it, and I can adjust it to whatever temperature I want the house to be. If I want it to be 70 degrees, I just simply turn the dial to 70, and shortly the temperature of the home will become 70 degrees. But when it comes to parental role and responsibility, do I set the emotional temperature of the home, or do I simply react to what my children set? A thermometer reacts. A thermostat sets and dictates what the temperature is, and the thermometer just simply reflects what it is. Which one are you? A thermostat or a thermometer? 4 things I wish my parents knew. Look at verse 1. It outlines for us the first item. Paul says, "Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor your father and mother." Now that word obey, it's a very interesting word. It means to hear under authority. I'm hearing you, but from the position of being under your authority. Honor, it means I've fixed a value on you in my life. So children, honor your mother and father. Fix a value as to who they are in your life. Over the years of pastoring, I've found that lots of times the parents were problematic in the family. The children were reacting to problems created by the parents. And they were reacting in a very negative and destructive way, but the parents just saw their reaction. They didn't see that they created it. Children need stable authority.